What is going on, everyone? TM24 here, and we are back with some more Marvel Snap content. If you are just now finding the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you find it entertaining. I hope you find it informative. And if you're a returning viewer, I hope all those same things for you as well. Maybe double fold because you are already subscribed and you're watching my videos, and I do appreciate that. My llama here who's hanging out with me appreciates it as well. And today we're going to be talking about an old deck that seems to be doing really well right now, or at least is making a comeback. Now, there was once a time when you couldn't play Wong, like not at all. He was going to get Cosmo'd, he was going to get Enchantress, he was going to get rogued. He was unplayable. But right now, it seems to be a pretty good time. So it almost feels like On Reveal is kind of making a comeback and, you know, carving out its own part in this meta right now. So what I put together for you guys is an On Reveal list. I took a few cards that we see and then maybe added a few that better fit for today's meta, and we're going to talk about all these cards, how to play this deck, and then I'm going to talk about some other cards that you can swap in and out for the ones that you see on this current list. I've got a few that are definitely favorites of mine, and I'm going to share those with you at the end. But let's talk about this list right now. So as you can see, we're running two 1-drops. We've got Sunspot and we have Iceman. Sunspot's going to be great because it allows you to kind of pass these turns. Sometimes this deck can feel a bit awkward simply because you don't want to play an Ironheart on 3 if you've got maybe just a Sunspot down or maybe just an Iceman down. So you might hold that until 4. Maybe then that allows you to get, you know, the Iceman or the Sunspot down, and then you can play the Ironheart and get a little bit more value. So Sunspot is great. Sunspot's also one of the best 1-drops in the game. Maybe not the clear best anymore, but definitely super strong. Iceman is great. He's on reveal. He's going to be a bit of disruption. You don't see the full value of Iceman because you're not seeing what it hits and you're not seeing how that impacts how your opponent's playing. Now, we're running two 2-drops. We've got Luke Cage and we've got Scorpion. We'll start with Scorpion. Another on reveal that's going to affect all of your opponent's cards in their hand, decreasing their power by 1. Kind of a natural inclusion, making them weaker while making sure, you know, to give you a little bit of an advantage. Now, we included Luke Cage in this list because of all the high evolutionaries running around, and so that we can't get Scorpioned ourselves. So Luke Cage is kind of huge right now, and I feel like he's maybe an auto include in most lists. We definitely have a few flex spots on this deck list, so I felt like Luke Cage was a good fit. We've got two 3-drops. We've got Ironheart and Wolfsbane. Ironheart obviously is going to be buffing up everything else. Wolfsbane is going to be getting stronger depending on how many cards you have in that location. Wolfsbane goes absolutely insane on Wong, but so does Ironheart, so does White Tiger, Black Panther, pretty much all of our cards here. Now 4, I mean, it's Wong. That turn belongs to him. If you have him, you're playing him. It's going to set you up for the rest of the game, meaning turn 5 and turn 6. And a lot of times it's game winning. Now we've got two 5-drops. We've got White Tiger and we have Black Panther. White Tiger is going to be great. You're getting that 7-power Tiger onto a random location, so that's a little bit tough because I swear they always go where you don't want it to. But still, it's 7 power. And then Black Panther, you know, he's going to double up, especially going down on top of Wong. He is absolutely insane. We've got 3 6-drops. We've got Arnim Zola, we've got Dr. Doom, and we've got Odin. We'll start with Dr. Doom. He's a pretty standard inclusion in a Wong list just because you're throwing those Doom bots out there twice, so you're getting 10 power at each location for the cost of 6. 10 power at the other 2 locations, and then you got Dr. Doom as his 5 power. Odin, he's going to be proccing your White Tigers, your Ironhearts, your Wolfsbanes, your Black Panthers, things like that. Now, Zola is in this list for one reason only, and that is Black Panther. And of course I say that, but if you wait until the very last clip, you'll see we use Zola in a little bit different way to get a sneaky win. But, the idea is go Wong, Black Panther into Zola, and that wins you the game 9 times out of 10. Even if you miss Even if you hit Black Panther first, so you're not getting the extra double up thanks to Wong, you are still going to win. So what do the play lines look here? Obviously, this list is very well spread out. The only cost is our 4 cost. We've only got 1 of them, and we have an extra 6 drop. So ideally, you can just go a 1-on-1, a 2-on-2. A lot of the times, the 3s don't feel that good playing on 3. Hence why this can kind of be a flex spot here. I really like Ironheart in this list, so I wouldn't take Ironheart out. Wolfsbane I could see going, but you can just go that on 3. Now, 4 is where we start getting interesting, right? 4, we're going to get Wong down, and 5, we're following it up. If we can go White Tiger, then following that up potentially with an Odin and getting more Tigers out there is a great play. Even going Dr. Doom on top of that, again, another super strong play. Maybe turn 6, you've saved your Wolfsbane, so turn 4 you go Wong, turn 5 you go White Tiger, turn 6 you can go Wolfsbane, Ironheart. Another really strong line. And then of course there's the combo line of Wong into Black Panther into Arnim Zola that, like I said, is probably going to win you the game. Now I'll walk you through a couple of these games and the decisions we made and why we made them. But you can already see here, we're seeing some of the value that we are getting from cards like Scorpion. Scorpion's down. He's really hurting that Iron Man there. We've got Wong down, and we're able to play back Black Panther, so Black Panther is going to double up, and then double up, and it really depends on where he goes on how this is going to turn out. So this game really showcases kind of some of the top end that you'll see with this deck. We've got 1 Black Panther at 64, we've got 1 Black Panther at 16, and we still have turn 6 to go. It's going to be really tough for them to catch up. And we've got Odin that we can play as well. Now the chances of Odin going onto that Black Panther as well are pretty slim, but we've probably already won Oscorp, so we feel good about just tossing our Odin down and letting Black Panther go absolutely nuts here. And you're gonna see it, he goes crazy. He's gonna get all the way up to 256, putting us at 270 for that location, 68 for the other location, and then Odin even wins his own lane. So a lot of this feels like it revolves around Wong to actually win the game, but that's not necessarily true. This deck has enough strength to get you wins even if you aren't able to get Wong down, or maybe if Wong gets stolen. And I've actually got one of those games in here where we get our Wong down, but then our opponent steals it from us. They take it with Rogue, and we're a little bit sad, but it's not going to cause us to lose the game. This will just show you the strength of this deck. So turn 1, we were able to get Iceman down. We don't have a whole lot else we could do here. We can play Scorpion. What I'm trying to do is keep that Murder World open in case we do hit Black Panther and Zola. So that's obviously the route we're going. We're going to want to get Wong down right now. And then we're hoping to hit, maybe a Black Panther on 5, or White Tiger wouldn't be bad because we've got Odin as well. But it's turn 4 and we have Wong, so we're going to go ahead and get Wong down. So Wong comes down into that empty Murder World. They play Killmonger, which clears out everything else. We've got a nice wide open board. All of a sudden, Dr. Doom looks pretty good as well. We do pick up Black Panther for 5, so that seems like a clear and obvious play. And here comes that Rogue, stealing away Wong. Obviously, that hurts. This is a worst case scenario. We have 2 power out there, and we just played a Black Panther into Murder World. So we are in a tough position. The good thing is they haven't done a whole lot either. We're able to play our Dr. Doom, so we know we're going to be able to reach the Sanctum, and hopefully we win that one. But then we've got to hope we either take Murder World or we take the Savage Land. So our Dr. Doom is coming down, and we are just waiting for them to make a play. Obviously, they now have our Wong, which is frustrating, but this just shows you don't need Wong to win these games. Wong, while pretty much guarantees you the win in most cases, worst case scenario, you can still get victories, and you'll see it right here. They make a turn 6 play that is really strong. They probably are thinking we have no way of getting to the Sanctum, but we do. They play a Black Panther of their own. which is a really solid play. They were probably hoping to win on power differential, but we end up stealing the Sanctum and taking the other location, and we get a nice big dub there. Now we've got Iceman for turn 1, so we can just go ahead and play Iceman on 1. We already have a 2-drop in the form of Luke Cage as well. Obviously, we're going to want to stay away from Clintar simply because we want Luke Cage's effect. And again, Spider Ham comes through here. It takes out our Wong. So again, worst case scenario where we're trying to use Wong to win these games, and all of a sudden we don't have it. So Luke Cage is going to come down. That's our turn 2 play. Now we have Wolverine that we could play on 3. Playing on Iceman is a potential there, knowing that they're going to merge anyway. The big house isn't a bad shout either, because it's going to be hard for them to get a ton of power there. We do get a random 3-drop, but we don't want to play Lady Sif just in case it hits our Dr. Doom, and ultimately we decide to hold Wolfsbane for now. So we pass on turn 3. They come through with a wave. Now that is going to open up an opportunity for us to get Dr. Doom down. If we pick up Odin, we could get more Doombots out. Dr. Doom is going to be the clear play here. So we go ahead and we put Dr. Doom down. We're going to throw those Doombots out and hope that this puts us in a position where we can win this game. We're a little bit worried because they're probably going to play something huge as well, since they're the ones that played wave. But now we're just waiting to see what they've got. And we're kind of set up nicely here. We can go, an Ironheart next turn. We're probably not going to play Pig. We could go Wolverine. It all depends on, what we draw next and how we want to go about this game. So we're just waiting on our opponent. We've got our own game plan. It just, it depends on what they're going to do. They end up playing a Black Panther into the Camp Lee lane. Little bit interesting. They do have a nice lane there at 12 power, but they're behind elsewhere. Now, we pick up Sunspot. Not a great draw in this situation, so we need to come up with another way to win. And while I said earlier Zola was in this deck for one reason and one reason only, you'll find that we're able to use Zola in a different way that is going to secure us a sneaky win. We decided to get Sunspot down, just Sunspot, and we're gonna let Sunspot take that 4 power. They play Luke Cage. That's fine. We're at 11, 7, and 5, and it's time to play Zola on Dr. Doom. We're gonna throw him 2 spots. We're gonna get Doombots everywhere, and we're gonna hope that we pull off a nice big victory here. So Zola comes out, tosses our Dr. Dooms over. They come through, Doombots everywhere, and then our opponent played a Zola as well. We do get a bit lucky that it didn't hit Black Panther. We would have won the game anyway. They wouldn't have enough in Clintar to beat us, but hey, still better than it actually hitting that Black Panther. A nice victory there. All right, so this is the list that I was using. Now, I promised I would talk about some replacements, so I'm going to show you some right now. A lot of the times I feel that White Tiger is a bit tough to play, so I like to cut her. I love the Wong Black Panther Zola. I think Dr. Doom is too good to cut. Same thing with Odin. Wolfsbane, that's probably one that we can afford to get rid of. Now, the rest of this list looks pretty good. I love Ironheart. This is built around Wong, so far so good. Luke Cage I talked about, we probably need him, so we're going to keep him there. Now, Iceman isn't on reveal, but a lot of the times you don't see his value, so sometimes he feels a bit tough. I'm going to cut him, and actually, I'm going to cut Scorpion. So what are some of the other cards that I would include in this list? I think Nebula is a great inclusion, just because she's one of the best 1-drops. We've already got Luke Cage at 2. We like that, but I also like a little bit more flexibility, so I like to add Jeff. Now, next up is going to be probably one of my favorite on reveal cards. If you've seen any of my shorts, I really love Gambit. I love his ability to just completely wipe out your opponent's board, so we're going to get Gambit in there. Additionally, you'll see a lot of the times I'll play Mystique. So I think Mystique is great, but if you're going to go with Mystique, then we're probably going to cut Jeff and instead go with Zabu. What that allows us to do potentially is go Zabu on 2, Wong on 3, Mystique on 4. So we can really ramp up Wong's ability thanks to Zabu getting him out early. And this is a list that I love to play. Mine's a little bit different because I like to go full combo, but in terms of on reveal, this is going to be super, super strong. Now let's take a quick look at some of the other on reveals here, because you definitely have some cards that make for some very, very interesting plays. Silver Surfer, he's going to be great on Wong. You probably want to go a bit smaller of a list. You'd probably cut most of these and instead go something like this. You would cut those. If you're going to play Surfer, you probably are going to want to have Sarah in your deck as well. That'll allow you to get some more cards out. And then additionally, you're going to want some 3-drops that you're going to want to hit. Brood is going to be a nice one. Killmonger, not a bad inclusion, but we want our 2 1-drops to survive. So instead, we're going to pick up something maybe like a Polaris that is some disruption. And this is a very, very solid on reveal as well. So I like that. Additionally, another card underutilized, but I think is super, super solid, especially with Wong. And that's going to be, where is he? That's going to be, now if I could find him, Forge. I like Forge, especially if you get him off, because you can play Forge and then play Brood. Those Broods are going to be powered up by +4. So you're playing 3 6s, that's 18 power. And that's huge. An underutilized card there. Additionally, if you've seen my my shorts, I really loved Shuri. Obviously, that's changed a bit thanks to, to her nerf, meaning you have to play the card there, but she still has some potential as well. So those are just some of the on reveal things that you can do. I really like this list, as I talked about, but there are so many different variants and versions that you could make that, with Wong, it feels like pretty much anything is possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you've hung around till now would be a good time to go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button. But until next time, have some fun.